call him DK. Donkey Kong. Once a villain, now a hero, and one of Nintendo's most beloved mascots. In the 90s, he even had his own country and a trilogy of platformers to explore it. 10 years later, however, no one at Nintendo could quite figure him out. Donkey Kong Country was gone, his old developer Rare was gone, and his time in the spotlight appeared to be over. Enter Retro Studios, the team who reinvented the Metroid series on the GameCube. In 2010, they were given the lease to Donkey Kong Country and told by Nintendo to reopen it. And reopen it they did. Donkey Kong Country returned. It was one of the Wii's best platformers, as lumbering and limber as the great ape had ever been. So much fun, in fact, that we're still playing it today on our 3DS. But once the hype around the game was over, we were left with a nagging question. What's next for DK? What's next for Retro? Well, now after E3 2013, we know. They're going deeper into Donkey Kong Country for Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. On the one hand, we're thrilled to see this series continue. It's a great complement to the Mario series, equal in quality and character, but very different in tone and rhythm. Playing as DK in high definition is a joy, and while the game might be 2D, it makes good use of 3D depth, creating some heart-stopping sequences through exploding temples and across cascading waterfalls. The country games have never been easy, and what we played of Tropical Freeze was just the same. It takes perseverance and skill to get by, with more moving obstacles and traps than we can count. It's silly, scary, and satisfying. But on the other hand, our time with the game at E3 wasn't entirely satisfying. Although Tropical Freeze is as polished and as fun as any Donkey Kong game before it, we've yet to see anything truly remarkable or new to actually anticipate or get excited about. The Wii U gamepad screen is only used for remote play, and Nintendo seem to be championing the old Wiimote and nunchuck combo as the preferred method of control. While this may be the most visceral and aggressive way to pound on enemies, this only strengthens the feeling that you're just playing an HD edition of Donkey Kong Country Returns, which itself was already so close to the original series on the SNES. As bored as we might be of how the game plays, we can't be mad at how the game looks. Well, maybe a little. The textures and lighting do feel a bit basic considering the power of the hardware the game's running on, but the locations and character designs are wonderful. The premise of Tropical Freeze is that Donkey Kong's home has been invaded by a horde of vicious Vikings, albeit adorable animal ones like seals, penguins and big owls. Aww. This gives the game a consistent look, bringing together the ice, water and armour of the Vikings with the temples, palm trees and huts we know already. To this end, DK is going swimming again, which looks smooth and stylish, opening up and changing the level designs accordingly. Another comeback for the series is that of Diddy Kong's girlfriend, Dixie Kong, first seen in Donkey Kong Country 2, and the star of Donkey Kong Country 3, Dixie Kong's Double Trouble on the SNES. Although that makes 3 playable characters, so far we only know about a 2-player co-op mode. Will Donkey Kong embrace the 4-player madness that defines New Super Mario Bros. And the newest Rayman games? We're not sure it's happening now, but that's the sort of big change that would definitely turn some heads. For now though, Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze is not looking like the next-gen transformation for Donkey Kong we'd have hoped for, but it still looks like a good time. We can't fault Nintendo for looking to the past for their ideas, but we're going to need to see some forward thinking to go with it all before we get really excited.